So I'm going to do the best I can to do this cleanly and efficiently. No guarantees. Without further ado, John, I think you should stand back. I think we should move this 86 Fleer box out of harm's way. I'd like to see if there's anyone else in the room. See if there's anyone else with any questions, John. Thank you. Great. I'm excited to have you here, Sonny. We have Hockey Joy. We mentioned before you were part of this. I'm not sure if you're part of the break. I just want to see the people. So that way if I can say hi to anyone else that would join, John. A little bit more. Maybe just a tiny bit. Great. That sounds good. All right, great, guys. We're going to get started. Remember, if you're here in the room tonight, you should follow us, so that way you'll get notification every time we're going to be breaking. We're looking to break weekly. We don't have an exact schedule yet, but we are committing to do it weekly. And, of course, it depends on how many great vintage unopened packs, boxes, cases, and sets that we can find. But we're starting off with this 1971 Topps hockey pack tonight. I'm Billy Vaughn, KJN. I'll be signing autographs afterwards. We can talk about quantity deals. Okay. Okay. Going to move my water out of harm's way. Really think that everything else should probably be moved that we can. Okay. Okay, guys. This is always entertaining for everyone watching. If anyone has any advice in the studio audience, please let us know, and John will relay that to me, as we've not developed a perfect system for this, as you can tell.
Very hard.
Well, PSA at least does a good job of making sure that your pack, after encapsulated, is pretty safe. Slowly but surely.
We can see the struggle on your face, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it's not particularly hard yet. It's just that there's not a lot to grab. So I don't want to... okay. Well, we'll see how this goes. All right. I'm going to reassess. Okay, where's Scott when you need him? He's our most experienced pack opener. Clearly, we're going to have to perfect this process. Okay. All right. All right, we're getting there. All right. Where is the screwdriver? We had it here before. Great. So for those of you out here enjoying my entertainment, I appreciate your support. Try not to get any injuries the first day on the job, you know? Wow, don't want to jinx anything, guys, but it may have opened very nicely from here. Beautiful. Beautiful. It's like opening a lobster. Look at that. Very nice. We are almost there. A little bit of a rough start. Sometimes, like, some starting pitching in baseball. It takes a few innings to settle down. But we now have this 1971 Topps hockey pack, which we're about to open. Before we open it, let me just get the last part of it out of PSA shell. I figure I came this far. Let's not damage it. Okay. Great. As you can see here, we have a 1971 Topps unopened hockey wax pack. It's been a long day, guys. After the National, it was a great week. As you can tell, though, here Thursday, the following week, run out of the steam a little bit, but happy to be here, opening up this pack. If you have not opened up vintage packs before, it's an experience. If you're not able to be here tonight, which really there's only 2 other employees here, so most of you are not here, this is the next best thing to join us on Breakers TV. Make sure you follow Vintage Breaks. And really, you're a part of hockey card history tonight. As I would imagine if you Googled, there's probably not too many 1971 Topps hockey unopened wax packs that have been opened live on camera. Here we go. We have to start the randomization process. We'll keep the pack in front of you. Tell me when I need to roll the dice, John.
Is there 10 contestants?
We have 10 spots sold to a handful of different buyers.
You want to call them out?
Jason, William, Christopher, and Kenneth. We're going to roll the dice, John, right? Mm-hmm. To make sure we know how many times to press the randomizer. 12 times. Yahtzee.
12 times.
All right. 12 times, guys. We're going to randomize it.
All right. Here we go.
We have to fix that.
We're good. It's back on. Yeah. All right.
Yep. 1. Again, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and Yahtzee 12 times. So Jason will be getting the first card. John, we can get started here, right?
Give me a second. Put it up there. Okay, I had the names up here.
Great. So, that's the order, right?
Yep.
Great. Jason, you're getting the first card. So the way that we're going to do it is the card on the bottom is the first card, just because the audience here is going to see that card first. And then obviously we'll cycle through from there. I want to be able to see everyone. Yeah, we definitely need 2 monitors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is...
Okay, so everybody's here.
Great.
Cool.
Hey, Orange Jello, are you in on the break?
We'll find out.
I like orange Jello, but it's not my favorite Jello. Maybe lime, strawberry, watermelon. All solid. Great, guys. We're going to get started here. Cool. Thanks for joining. Make sure you follow us on Vintage Breaks here on Breakers TV. Before you get out of here, Orange Jello.
Are you doing top first?
This is the number 1 card. That's what I told everyone, because that's what they can see. And I just figured it's easier to keep it like that.
Okay.
Wow, that's nice. Hall of Famer Rod Gilbert on the bottom. Try to keep the pack in reasonable condition if possible, unlike the PSA holder it came in, which we smashed with our tools. All right. So as you can see, Mr. Rod Gilbert on the bottom. Do you have a black Sharpie? So guys, tip here at Vintage Breaks, we're going to be putting the cards in Card Saver 1s as they come out and numbering them so we know. Card number 1 going to Jason. It's 1971 Topps hockey orange Jello. Hey Drago Witch, remember to follow us on Vintage Breaks before you get out of here. This is the first card. I'd like to get a closer look. Really sharp, a little bit off-centered, but fantastic player in Rod Gilbert. Card number 2. Frank Saint Martial. Mike's Canadian and my French needs a little bit of help. Hey, Chris, how are you? I know you're part of the break. Card number 2 is going to William. Chris, you're coming up next. Third card. Card number 3. Jacques Lemaire from the Canadians. Not sure if he's a Hall of Famer. I think he might be. Very sharp, just a hair off-centered. Christopher, that's going out to you. Chris P. We're looking for a different Canadian, Mr. Ken Dryden. Card number 4 coming out is going to William. Bob Plager, but I'm sure that's not how you say his last name. Card number 4. Card number 5 coming up. Going to Jason. Bill Flett from the Kings. Really sharp. Looks like a little bit of corner wear in the lower right. That's the 5th card. Going out to Jason. Sixth card coming up, boys. Wow, wrong Canadian again, but that's all right. Marc Tardiff. Hopefully there's a third Canadian in this pack. That one's going out to Jason as well. The rest of them are going to Jason except for Kenneth, who's getting the last card in the pack. Thanks, John. Makes it easier. 7th card going out to Jason. Coming up. Frank Mahovlich. Another Canadian. So this is going to be our first technical issue of Vintage Breaks. 8th card coming out, going to Jason. Tracy Pratt. So there are 9 cards in this pack. The booklet of Garry Unger. Of course, the beautiful piece of gum. And so one of the challenges here at Vintage Breaks that's the hockey booklet insert. There's a Bobby Orr in the set, along with, I believe, with the Ken Dryden. 9th one going out to Jason. So we had this up on the site as a 10-card break, and because Kenneth was the 10th person, and there was not 10 cards in this pack, it is not always easy to find other comparable packs that have been opened in the past. And so we wanted to make sure that everyone knows here we're going to have a well-established policy moving forward. But Kenneth, since there aren't 10 cards, you'll be refunded for your 10th spot. 1 through 9 is right in front of me as we just went through. We didn't have a Ken Dryden. We didn't have a Bobby Orr or Bobby Hull. But we did have some great-looking vintage hockey cards, including a Rod Gilbert, a Jacques Lemaire, and I'm not sure if Frank Mahovlich is in the Hall of Fame, but I know that he was a good hockey player from back in the day, and it was a lot of fun opening this pack. Here's the wrapper. Always some nice artwork from the old companies. So some of the other breaks that we have in our store, other than things that cost $2,000 a pack, like the 86 Fleer, I have them here next to me. Just listed today, for example, is another hockey pack, a 1980 O-Pee-Chee hockey pack, where there's possible Ray Bourque rookies and Mark Messier rookies, and Wayne Gretzky's second year. They all sell for big money in PSA 10s. Not sure if anyone has any questions, but if you do, please let me know, and I'm happy to try to answer them to the best of my ability. This is currently in the store. 1960 Topps Baseball Cello Pack, 12 spots. Yaz Series, Yaz Rookie Series. There's 10 spots left, so a couple have sold. $125 a spot. But if you're able to pull a Yaz Rookie, and it does garner the grade of PSA 10, it would sell for $75,000 or more in today's market. This was just listed a few days ago. I know we've sold a spot or two. This is a 1975 O-Pee-Chee baseball cello pack, wax pack. It's the end of the day, guys. I'm not used to this. Possible George Brett rookie and Robin Yount rookies in PSA 10 are great cards. And there's a lot of other cards that are great from the set. Everything all right, John?
Yeah, somebody just bought into our Gaudi break.
Oh, great. Awesome, Sonny. Thanks very much. So, in terms of the Gaudi break, you know, there's a bunch of spots still available. Everything looking good, Robert? Sounds good. There's a bunch of spots available, but as soon as we have it sold, we will break it live here on Breakers in front of everyone. And we also did as a test. We wanted to see if there's going to be some interest in vintage sets, not just packs. And we believe there is, as we started with 240 or 239 spots, and I think we've sold, 80 or 90 spots so far. Appreciate you participating. The Gaudi 33 set is only $37.50 a spot. And there's 4 Babe Ruths in the set, along with 2 Lou Gehrig's. So for $37.50, you're guaranteed to get one 1933 Gaudi card. And there's a lot of other Hall of Famers in the set. It's a low-grade set, but the Ruths and the Gehrig's are halfway decent looking, and those scans are on the website at Vintage Breaks. Great. Good idea. Lots of lag. Okay. Sorry.
That's about 10 seconds later. Yes, it's just a small delay.
Oh, okay. You bought into that break as well, Hockey Joy. Which break are you talking about? The 33 Gaudi? Yeah, it's a great value. There's a ton of Hall of Famers in the set besides the Ruths and Gehrig's, and it's a very reasonable value. So that's a 75 O-Pee-Chee baseball pack, wax pack, that's on the site. I think there's 5 or 6 spots left, give or take, and I think the spots are $30. We're going to show you some of the wax boxes that we have on the site. So this is a 1998 Fleer Brilliance unopened wax box. There was 24 packs. I think there's 17 spots left. So a spot in this break will be a pack, just like the 86 Fleer. But I think the packs in here are $7.50 each. So it's very affordable. You can look for gem mint rookies of Peyton Manning, but there's also some really great inserts that are rare, but I know they're extremely valuable if pulled from this box. And Fleer Brilliance from 98, is not the easiest box to find as you check on eBay or, wherever you buy your wax. This one is a little pricier, but I'm partial to this as I was buying this when it first came out. 1996 Topps Finest Basketball Series 1. Possible Kobe Bryant rookies and refractors. Allen Iverson, some other guys that aren't quite as desirable today as they were in 96 and 97. Not the easiest box to find. 24 packs in the box. I believe slots are $18 or $20 on the site, and we've sold a handful of them. We'd love to break this on camera as well. This is a 2003 SP Game Used Edition unopened box of 6 packs. I know the big draw in this box. Everything good, John? I know the big draw in this box is the LeBron James signed rookie card, which, in any condition is very desirable, but in PSA 10 would obviously be big dollars. A couple of the other packs I have here. Great. Thanks, Hockey Joy. Anyone else have any questions for me? Feel free to type them out there. Make sure you follow us before you leave the room tonight. We just added this today. A 1959 Topps unopened football first series cello pack featuring Rosie Greer on the back and a reasonably well-centered Preston Carpenter on the front. Jim Brown's second year is in this series, along with a number 1 Johnny Unitas card, handful of other Hall of Famers, and obviously these aren't the easiest packs to find. It's just $50 a spot, 12 spots in this pack. We just listed it today. Anyone have any questions for me? So I think that if I had to guess, probably everyone is gone because they know we're not breaking any more packs. Totally cool. So we'll wrap up soon. See if anyone else has any questions or hops on in to join tonight. This is an unbelievable pack. We just added it for sale, I believe, late Saturday or on Sunday at the National. It's a 1955 Bowman baseball unopened cello pack. It might be a one-of-a-kind, and if it's not, there's only a handful left in existence. There's a Johnny Padres from the Dodgers on the back. There's a Rapolsky from, it looks to be St. Louis on the front. And actually a very nice, in terms of centering. It's graded by PSA and authenticated, which is great. and we determined at the National that it's it's 20 cards in this pack. We'll try to be as exact as we can. We have 20 spots for sale on the site. This one's a little pricier. It's $500 a spot for a card, but it's, like I said, if it's not one of a kind, it's one of a handful known to exist. So we wanted to make sure we came back around to the 1986 Fleer basketball box, which is available currently at VintageBreaks.com for $2,000 a pack. 20 spots are gone. 16 are left. Be part of basketball card history by buying into this break, where you can pull a PSA 10 Michael Jordan rookie worth $20,000. And as you can see here, it's authenticated by Steve Hart, the best in the business at unopened pack authentication. Is that camera down?
Yes, sir.
Completely?
Battery.
Oh. All right. All right, guys. So, wanted to see if anyone had any questions about Vintage Breaks, what we're going to be doing here, about unopened packs, about vintage cards. Looking to see. I don't think anyone else is in the room right now. We're going to hang out for another minute or two.
Want to go over the cards again?
That were pulled from the break? Sure. So as we said, there were 9 cards, not 10. So the last person into the break will be refunded. When I say the last person into the break, the last person as part of the break that was randomized into the spot. That's the way that we'll do it. Unfortunately for vintage packs, it's not always the easiest to know exactly how many are in the pack. It's actually the first time we've experienced this problem. So as you can see here, Rod Gilbert, a couple other lesser-known players, but all fantastic condition, just centering varies. Jacques Lemaire, Frank Mahovlich, and is anyone daring enough to eat this piece of gum from 1971?
Good.
All right, guys. Well, I don't see that many people here in our studio audience at home, so I think we're going to wrap it up for tonight. Unless anyone hops along here in the next minute or two.